Hi there. In this video, we're going to talk about apportionment. So we'll learn about what it is and what the rules are. Apportionment is a problem if we have a fixed number of items or people that we need to divide up among groups of different sizes. For example, in our U.S. House of Representatives, we have a certain number of representatives designated in the Constitution. We need to divide them up among all the 50 states, but the states are all different sizes. So it's kind of a challenging problem. So let's look at the rules for apportionment. The first rule is the people or items can only be divided into whole numbers. If we could use decimals or fractions, this would be a much easier problem. Like, for example, money. If we were going to split up $100, we could just divide and use decimals and we'd be done. But this is a harder problem because we can't split a representative. Someone can't represent one state 3/4 of the time and the other state 1/4 of the time. That just doesn't work. We might also have things we can't divide up, like gold coins, or school buses or things like that. Anything that cannot be divided or cut into a part could lend itself to this type of problem. Okay, the second rule is we must use the exact number of people or items being divided up. Can't use more and we can't use any less. We have to use all of the items or people that are being apportioned. Now, the third rule is each group must get at least one of the people or items being divided up. You can't say, oh, this group is so small they don't get any. So at a minimum, each group must get at least one of the people or items being divided up. And the last rule is, I think it's intuitive, but we'll talk about it. The number of people or items assigned to each group should be proportional to the size of the group. So let me write that down and we'll talk about it. Okay, so proportional means the smallest state should have the smallest number of representatives. The largest state should have the largest number of representatives. And some state in the middle should have about in the middle. You could think of it as equal fractions or decimals. Let's say one state had 1/4 of the population. They should have about 1/4 of the representatives. Now, this is challenging because we can't use decimals, so we can't get it exactly proportional. But the idea is, to be fair, it should be as close to proportional as possible. Okay, so those are the rules of apportionment and a little bit about what it is. In the next videos, we'll look at the different methods and their steps and look at some examples. Okay, see you in the next video.